there's a lot of stuff that we could talk about. I was just going to think about
Yeah,
in terms of all of your previous experience um, with working with the Pan African Orchestra and just doing arranging, composition. As someone who's in a band with you, it's just such a pleasure to have someone who kind of understands every single instrument and
yeah.
arranges the
Mm.
different parts. And yeah, you're also really, really open, and I'd just like to acknowledge that's also that if someone has another idea, you're very open to it happening, but also you have a very clear vision about what a piece could be, and yeah, I can definitely see how all of these experiences have kind of given you
Yeah,
this really rich skill set. It's really, really cool.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's why I said I'm very pleased. I stayed at the Pan African Orchestra for 12, 13 years to learn because I mean there's a lot of friends at that time who some of them just want to go to abroad because they want to, and majority of them are not doing music.
Mm.
Majority, I'll tell you, I'll say how many people are really doing music full time? Maybe 5%.
Yeah,
5%,
at the
yeah.
moment, none.
Yeah.
With the COVID, yeah.
everybody else is doing their, which is good, yeah. But somebody like me, I haven't done since I moved to Europe. I've never done any job apart from music. I've been teaching, I've been performing, I've been teaching, performing, traveling, and yeah, having break the how they call it, the pot here, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, soon, hopefully. I have the feeling, and I know we will. Yeah,
So when I first met you, you'd just moved from living in London for quite a while. Did
yeah.
you live from 2003 when you're in
No,
Exeter, and did you go back to Ghana for a while again?
no, I didn't. I was in London for from 2000.
Right,
I
all the
came
way through
to
to
I came to London in 1999.
right.
First time, like I say, 83, 84, 94,
Hmm.
and then 94, and then 99, 2000. So
Yeah,
2000 is when I stayed.
yeah,
From there, I stayed, and that's it. So I got my indefinite. So I go home and come back. I can go
yeah,
home, come back. Since then, I have been staying in England for the entire time. Yeah,
yeah.
and so I moved from England straight away to here after 20 years
Jeepers.
in
Yeah, yeah,
England.
yeah, yeah. How did what was the? I mean, if before we get to New Zealand, I just want to know what was it like for you being in the London scene? How was it to
uh,
sort of come
yeah, it
into
was
it?
coming to what? Coming to New
Well,
Zealand or what?
networking, making,
Oh yeah, it was okay. Like I said, Ozi Ozaa was already existing. I've got the guys who give me the gigs,
Mhm.
and he does. I've got the BBC promoters. I've got African night promoters, and I got this jazz promoters. So I've got promoters who really always come, and I've got a promoter, Asian guy. I'm not sure whether it's Chinese or Japanese, but
Mhm.
yeah, he most of the time he gives me a lot of gig because he organized the gig. Like he he rent the place, and then he put me
Yeah,
there, and then we perform with Ozi Ozaa. And
yeah,
he never lose. You always say that. I say I like your band because I never lose. And
yeah.
he said to me, "I'm going to give you this amount." I said, "Okay, that's not bad," because the way I am with the musician is like um Kwechi, yeah, that's his name, Kwechi. Kwechi said he's giving us each musician £200. What do you think? And everybody say, "Oh, that's fine, no problem." And then he will give everybody £200, and he'll come back and say, "Oh, do you take 500?"
Right.
And I said, "Why is that? Why is that?" He said, "I don't." And he said, "No, no, no, no. You are the one did all the job. Did this. So it's enough. I got more than what I was expecting." So he
Mhm.
was really honest. Yeah. So if Quecher phone, everybody is like that. Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
to
So
hear.
some people are very dodgy. They'll tell you this, and then after, and then you end up arguing. No, I don't want that to happen. So there are some people, they call me, I don't really go. I won't go. I will never go because I don't want to disrespect the musicians, you know, because they live on the music, and if you call them, they trust you. They'll come to rehearsals and all these things. So they are expecting to have something, and if they come and then stories next time when you call them, and the promotion, my one of the promoters, what he doesn't like is musicians, a band that change musicians on the road. He doesn't like that. He hate that because he said it drops the energy.
Right.
It drops the energy because, for example, we've teamed up, we've got this done. Everybody's solid. We don't need to rehearse. All we're doing now is having fun.
Yeah.
And then if one person said, "Oh, I can't do it. I'm going to do," or you bring somebody in, now that everybody have to focus on the person, see what is. So he is when he gave us the contract, he said, "Look, this is my gig. This is for this month." Or sometimes he give us like 3 months, but it's weekends, Saturday and Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, every weekend. Friday, Saturday, every weekend. So every Friday, Saturday, he comes with his van. He knows, everybody knows where he's parking. We go travel Sunday, and then Friday we finish. And sometimes we stay over, and sometimes we come back, and then Saturday we drop again. So everybody was enjoying. So nothing like that happened, which I was very lucky with that. Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't too great because a lot of people go do the same thing. They are not really good like you, but they go and take small amount of money, and then they go and spoil your interest. So yeah, but I'm happy I moved. I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy I moved because the reason is I did hard enough with England.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, I did hard enough. Yeah, I did hard enough to, especially when I say I did hard enough is because one, some of my own African musicians, they are not positive. And when you try to organize, I've got a studio in London with a friend of mine, which we share and pay. So I said to them, look, let's rehearse, my own African musicians. Let's rehearse and then do something. And you have to beg them to come to rehearsals. It's like,
Yeah.
what is going on? I've got all the instruments down there. All the instruments are there. Why? And then when it's when there's a gig, you call them, there's a gig, they come. And then after the gig, everybody's watching, looking at you. It's like the money, like
Yeah.
that's not what I want. I mean, so yeah, so I was a bit I had enough with people like them, and then also I did hard enough when I was doing the recording. When we were doing the recording, my friend, the engineer, which is Rob, there was a time that he wasn't. The album should be out ages ago, but he's what do you call it? It's too much. Everything have to be perfect, perf- perfectionist. I could put it perfectionist, and it's dragging, it's dragging. So we do this, and I can hear some recordings. It's like our sound is much better, but Rob said it's not good. You have to do this. It's like we keep repeating the. We have to repeat this all the time. So that was the time I had enough, and I said, "It's okay. That's enough. Just that's enough.
Right.
Enough." When I'll just relax. When the time comes for me to do it, I'll do it. Yeah. So when when my wife said, "Oh, is it? Will I be happy to follow her, come to New Zealand with her? I've been here before a couple of times for holidays." And I said, "Yeah, why not?" But
Your
first
wife,
thing, yeah,
yeah,
she's here.
she's
Yeah,
from New Zealand, right?
originally from here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was thinking about what job and all this kind of. I said, look, yeah, once we get there, the music will come,
Yeah.
the job will come. I'm not going to apply for a job from here, from England. For no, I don't want to do that. or yeah. So and yeah, it was. I left, but a lot of people were very disappointed because yeah, a lot of people were very disappointed because I just left in like Oren Marshall. Um, Oren Marshall is a tuba player.
All right. Yeah.
If you Google Oren Marshall, you see him. And I met Oren Marshall in Ghana because he came there. Art Council paid for them to come to Africa to study. But
Yeah.
when they came to the right place and they made the Pan African Orchestra. And by then we were starting up, so we were very young. He was our age, so yeah. So I know him from that time until we met in England again. We started playing. I toured with him as well a lot. I've toured with him a lot. We've been to the jazz festivals a lot in places like Holland, Germany, France, and other places. I've toured with Ori a lot as well. But yeah, somebody like him, he was very disappointed and very sad. Like I'm leaving because he can't get somebody like my type to play with for some reason. I don't. Yeah, yeah. I mean, people there are good. Don't get me wrong. They are really, really great drummers in London, but majority of them are into djembes. You know, they don't. The only time you see conga players are the South Americans and them people. Yeah, but most of the African musicians they don't really. Everybody was into djembe, one drum, and Ori is not that type. He wants the congas. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so that is one of the reasons why I have to leave England. Is like I said, I'll get bored. I had enough, so I just want to start something new from somewhere else. Yeah, so I
And
was very
when this
fortunate.
is in 2017, 2018 that you.
Yeah, we decided 2018. We did, which we decided it was very short time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, short time. We have to move because
Mm.
um yeah, my wife's dad wasn't he was very sick
Yeah.
and she really wanted to be next to him. So for something like we have to. So yeah, it was a rush, but it worth it a lot. To be honest, it worth it. Yeah. And then I met this guy, this African guys. Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, this
Um.
African guys, the drummers.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
What?
Mabingo and
Yep.
what is the name? Felix and
Yes.
um, Maths and all these African guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I played with them for like a couple of times, but it wasn't what I want. To be honest with you, it wasn't what I want to do. Yeah, I'm happy to play,
Yeah.
but I'm not. You know,
Yeah.
the level that I want to play is not what they are thinking.
Yeah. 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 I mean,
Yeah.
I'll just to speak to. I've been I've played with a lot of those guys as well when I was in Auckland in various contexts, and this is the point I guess where our paths meet, where um, at the same time as that you had moved to New Zealand and I had moved from Auckland down to Tauranga and
Mm-hmm.
had left about six bands, and I'd been playing with um, bands like Ijebu Pleasure Club, which was kind of doing Afrobeat, Fela Kuti covers, and
Yeah.
cover songs, and a few other projects with some of with different African artists, and uh, that was the really thing that really kind of broke my heart coming down to Tauranga because I had
Yeah.
to leave all of this stuff, and after being here in Tauranga for about a year or two, I started thinking, if I find the right person, we should totally start an Afrobeat band. And I had a kind of a general idea in my head of maybe we could do some uh, do stuff that I'd been familiar with, whether it be some Fela Kuti or some Pat Thomas or something like, uh, these different materials and just create a band that could kind of pay
Mm-hmm.
tribute. But um, when I first saw you, I think I saw you at a concert, and I
At
could see you on
that,
the other side of a crowd, and I could see just by the way that you were listening to the music, I was like, that guy can really play, and I just knew I was just. But I never got to talk to you, not for another year, and we
yeah,
met at something a year later, and I
yeah.
said, this is the time to have a chat with you about it, and
Mm-hmm.
I think within about 5 minutes, because I'd already been having this conversation with people saying, if I find the guy or the girl, we will start an Afrobeat band in Tauranga in the Bay of Plenty. And we had a very, very short conversation and ended up with a band within maybe the first 10, 20 minutes, right?
Yeah,
And then worked out how to make it happen. And it's been so wonderful to, I think, to be part of this with you and